Hello guys, welcome to Rideshare, the Rideshare channel. My name is Serge, and in today's video I want to share with you guys something that I didn't think was gonna happen to me, but it did. I was deactivated. Oh my gosh. So I headed home, I guess with the tail between my legs, and thinking, what's next? If you have been deactivated, that's probably on your mind as well. Well, you might be wondering, who deactivated me? Well, Lyft deactivated me. So everything's okay with Uber, except I don't have the right car for it. The only thing I could do now is food delivery with this car, because technically, technically once they know that you don't have the right car for it, they remove the ability for you to deliver passengers on the Uber app. So I technically have the right car, so I'm gonna have to put it on that platform. But at this point, I'm wondering, okay, I've been deactivated. Should I continue with Rideshare? Should I think about doing something else? Recently, I have talked about, starting my personal rides and things of that nature. But for that to happen, I sort of needed to have Lyft so I could fill in the gaps when I'm slow and whatnot. So yeah, right now, the only income source that I could kind of depend on, which was Lyft, was just cut away from me. So based on what I've seen online, and some other rideshare videos, some people just get deactivated and that's it. So it's some kind of safety thing, and they're reviewing it. Somebody from the Lyft team is supposed to contact me and talk about it with me, and then make a final decision. But I hate to think negatively. I don't think any of those other deactivations went the positive way. I mean, I never heard nothing else about them. But I think recently Lyft has been deactivating a lot of good people for no reason. I actually recorded a screen recording, and you could clearly see I'm a platinum status, 5-star driver. I didn't have any issues. As a matter of fact, today I received that deactivation, but is it somehow delayed, or is it one of my passengers that decided to just somehow write me something bad on there, and then they decide to, I guess, listen to that passenger? I really don't know what happened. But according to my rides today, I did not have any interactions with my customers that would be negative at all. They were, if anything, they were positive. And my car is always clean. It smells nice. It's washed on the outside. And there was just nothing to really look at, okay? So I do have dash cam footage of all my driving, including a camera facing me, because I really don't know what the safety concern was. Because as you can see, I'm chippity, I'm uppity up, It is literally 6:30 in the morning right now, and I got plenty of sleep, and I started working around 3, 4 a.m., something like that. And I don't know what somebody could have wrote. Sometimes passengers, they know they could get a free ride if they could mark that a passenger was drunk. Well, I don't even drink. And if they're gonna say I was driving bad, I mean, I have dash cam footage. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go ahead and drive home. I don't feel like doing it now, but I'm gonna remove my SD card from my dash cam and just put another one in there and just keep this one on hold. That way, if anything, I could pull dash cam footage for the day that I was driving. My dash cam also monitors how fast I was driving. I did not drive bad at all today. Was very safe, was driving very gracefully. So whatever somebody wrote, is complete baloney. And I'm so glad. I literally have a dash cam like right here, like the same as my, so right now I'm recording with my phone, which I'm using a magnetic mount for, but my dash cam is literally like right here looking at me. For the most part, it's got me in it, and you can clearly see if I'm buckled up. You can see my face. You'll be able to see whether or not I am drunk or not drunk or whatever, or doing something that I shouldn't be, right? So I actually have dash cam of all that, so just in case I have all that stuff, and I'm gonna try to fight it. It is not fair for me to be deactivated. But anyways, with all that being said, sometimes things like this is sort of like a kick in the butt, okay? Or butt, whatever the saying is. And it makes you really think. It makes you think, are you going in the right direction? Should you now make some changes in your life, like financial changes? Because now the income source has been cut off. Like, what is next? And I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I've been self-employed since 2007. I'm not thinking about getting a job. I do not want a job. And if I learned anything from the last financial crisis, which impacted myself 3 months prior to 2009, I've learned that it is best not to get into debt. And I've talked about this many times on this channel, and I also talked about why you should not be getting a brand new car to do this, right? As tempting as it may seem, even I think about getting a newer car, so I could do like black rides in and whatever. As a matter of fact, I was like really thinking about that just these couple days, thinking maybe I should get myself a brand new Tesla Model Y, or maybe I should get myself a used Tesla Model X, because it's black and it's safe, and I could do all of these exclusive type of rides, right? And also I could grow my business. I'm talking about like personal rides business, by having a nice car. Now, Range Rover, I guess I could probably do this kind of thing too, but this is a 2006. I only do economy, so that means any of the clients that I get in here, it's a mixed client base. Mainly, I would not really want to do any of these economy rides, obviously, because that's what people want. They just want to go to work. I want to do airport rides, from the airport to the airport, maybe some business meetings or some events, stuff like that. So I kind of thought that having a 2016 or brand new Tesla, like a black Tesla, would really do the trick, or a Range Rover, like a newer one. But I also kind of thought about it. I'm thinking, look, I already have a Range Rover. I like it. I understand what kind of safety it has. It has good safety and whatnot. But what it doesn't have is like self-driving. And I'm just kind of thinking like, that would be very good to have self-driving. You have all those cameras, also for safety reasons. It's just an overall really good car, to be able to have. But guys, besides this driving gigs, right, even though how cool it is, I have other options. I'm not just limited to driving. A lot of times I like to mix things up a little bit and thinking like, okay, well, if I'm already going to be like a Lyft driver or an Uber driver, what else can I do with my time? And one of the things that I thought I could do with my time is become a real estate agent. And as I'm driving customers around, especially some luxury clients, I guess, I thought that it would be a good idea to become a real estate agent. So, I already have the customers in my clients in my car, and perhaps they could become potential clients of mine. And Recently I was wondering whether or not if I would even be able to have the time to finish my real estate course. It ends on September the 9th, and I started studying it this morning before I left to go to work. And then I kind of thought about continuing, to do that. But now that this Lyft driving job has been ripped away from me, and the only thing I could do is Uber Eats in a Range Rover, that is not a good idea to do, because I don't know, like, I've never seen, getting paid good from doing Uber Eats. It's good, like, as a side hustle, that's it. So I'm like looking at my options, and I'm thinking, well, I could right now, like, if I want to do things like right now, immediately, I still have Uber. I could like rent a car, and I could go ahead and start working for them. That is an option. Or I could fix one of the cars that I have and put that on the insurance and stuff, and that's going to be a good option for me. Or I could completely switch gears and switch focus and say, look, I already own my house, I already own my commercial zone property, I own my cars. Let me just downsize just a little bit as far as my cars. I have 3 cars on insurance right now, and I'm thinking like, well, if I'm not going to be doing much driving, I might just remove my other 2 cars from insurance, save money there. I already saved money with my phone plan. That's goes without saying. I left AT&T, and I basically I got a service now with what's the name of it? With that Fox. What is the name of it? Yeah, I forgot. It's kind of like a new service plan. But anyways, if you Mint Mobile, that's what I'm thinking. And also I have T-Mobile, which I have a separate phone with a separate number from this phone that is T-Mobile, that I really technically did not even need. The only reason I got T-Mobile is because they have high-speed internet, and I'm able to get a discount on my internet because I would have a phone from them, and they gave me a free Samsung Galaxy S20, well, like whatever the latest one is. They gave me that one for free. It's like an $800 phone, and here you go, free phone. And when I do the math, it's not really costing me anything extra. I have an iPad on the plan, and I have my very fast internet at home, and then that phone, obviously. But it's almost kind of like the cost of the service. It's not that much for the phone. But anyways, that's just sort of like downsizing some of my bills. I do have royalties that's coming in from YouTube videos, from my 3 channels that are monetized, which is good. I have money coming in. It's not a lot of money, but it's enough to pay my bills, which is good. But I'm thinking that maybe it's time to actually start working from home, doing my eBay business, fixing cars, and selling cars. Maybe it's time for me to finally shift gears and start doing that, instead of just wasting my time and just doing all this driving. I like driving, guys. I really enjoy it. It's relaxing for me. I'm able to learn while I'm driving. I'll play like a podcast or whatever, like listen to ebooks, listen to music, play learning type of YouTube videos in the background, so I could learn new things. So that was really relaxing for me, and I'm making money as I go along, right? But recently, making money with Lyft, like I've noticed, I've been making a lot less money with Lyft. Okay, it's been a lot less. I was already feeling like, okay, it's not a good idea to work Monday to Thursday. It's only a good idea to work Friday through Sunday. But today is a Tuesday, guys, and I decided to work. And I got deactivated. Maybe I should have not worked on Tuesday. Maybe I should have stuck to my plan. And the rides that I've taken, they were like not even worth it. It was very cheap rides. So I don't know how I would even be deactivated for them, but I'm a little bit concerned about the future. I think we all would be if we're deactivated, because that really changes things. It really makes me feel like, wow, I'm so glad I did not buy a brand new car, because that's the only payment I would have had. Then I would have to worry about making payments on that car. No, of course I could have used it for Uber, right? Lyft deactivates me. But then what if Uber deactivates me, right? Because you could just get deactivated for like any given reason, you know? And guys, I mean, we all have our opinions, right? All of us people are different. We have different likes, we have different beliefs, we come from different backgrounds. As are passengers. They are all different. They're from all walks of life, right? We're giving all these rights. Surely there's going to be somebody that doesn't like me. There's going to be somebody I don't like. And yes, for any given reason, a rider will write some nasty thing that you don't even know what to write, and then you're gonna get deactivated for it. But guess what? Not all of us are meant to get deactivated, and sometimes it's just unfair. We just get deactivated for like no reason. With that being said, it's already hard enough to find drivers for these companies. I mean, they're giving bonuses and stuff to try to get new drivers, you know, so they come on a platform. They're doing that, right? Because they need drivers. But if they're gonna deactivate them as fast as they put them on a platform, I mean, I lasted 2 years and 1 month. You know, some people last longer, and then they get deactivated, which further reassures the fact that you can't really rely on having a rideshare job with any of these companies. You could just simply get deactivated. So that means you can't buy a brand new car and work for them and expect that you'll have a job in a few months from now, in a few years from now. Because if you are relying on that income from doing Uber or Lyft, and now you just got deactivated because they don't care. You just got a brand new SUV, black, you know, and you're doing all that stuff, and now you got deactivated. Well, who's gonna pay for that SUV? Well, now you're stuck. You're kind of screwed, you know. And they just don't care. When it will be some customer that will just write something nasty, and you just get deactivated. But you gotta always protect yourself, and that's why, if you haven't been deactivated, I hope you will not be. You know, please think about this kind of stuff, and do not get yourself a brand new car for payments if you cannot afford that car outside of this type of line of work. If you need that car and you got another job and this is just a side hustle and you could pay for it when you lose this type of job, if you got deactivated from both platforms, if you could still make a payment on that thing, you know, then I guess go for it. But the thing is, it is just not wise to get a brand new car, especially like a brand new car that, I mean, like, it's kind of like a catch-22, guys, with this stuff. You know, you get an economy car, you do economy service, you don't get paid that much, you're just saving money, you know. But if you get a nice black car, then you're doing like Lyft Black or whatever, because that's the easiest way to get into it with Lyft Black. They don't have any special certifications that you gotta have. You could just do that. But then they deactivate you. Now you can't do those rides. But what I'm also trying to say is, by only selecting to do like Uber Black rides, if you have that ride, and luxury rides and Excel rides, by only selecting those and not doing the economy, you will put a lot less miles in your car, because for the most part you're going to be doing a lot of sitting around. You're going to be sitting and waiting, you know. That's what you're going to be doing, and it's going to be boring. You're just going to be sitting in like a parking lot somewhere just waiting for the next ride. So that's going to be kind of like the life of a Uber Black, Lyft Black type of driver, but you're putting less miles on it. And where I'm going with that is, if you do buy a brand new car and you worry about the miles, that's the only way to put less miles. But if you're getting an economy car, you'll have to constantly move around, and you will put those miles up like so fast. Okay, that's why it's best just to get a used car. Look, I'm using a 2006. I know that Lyft will accept even a 2005. Just use something cheap that you could quickly, you know, pay for it, drive it till the wheels fall off, don't worry about no payments, and get that car to make you the money. But that's what I've been doing. But guys, I've been tempted so many times. Usually I have a backup plan though. Like for instance, if I was to buy a brand new car, I make enough in royalties to pay for it. Just so you know, for a nice luxury car, you know, including a Tesla, there's enough royalty money that's coming in. But that's still not a lot of money. That means if that's the case, then who's paying my bills if I'm paying for the car? But at the very least, I could probably make that payment, you know. But hopefully, if I got a nice car, I'm also making good money, and that is sort of like the catch there. But for me, I think about it like this: if I'm not doing rideshare, right? Why would I even need a brand new car? Like, I have so many used cars. If they break, I could just switch to the next one. I could fix them, you know, and I'm pretty good with fixing cars. But anyways, guys, I am not happy that I've been deactivated. I think it's completely unfair, and let me know your thoughts. I will be uploading a little video, screen recording video, that have been deactivated, and I'll show you what that looks like. But yeah, and another one bites the dust. See you guys in the next video. Bye bye.